in this video, we're gonna talk about new construction. We're gonna talk a little bit about older homes, and we're gonna talk about why you just might wanna choose new construction. So stay tuned. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome, glad to meet you. My name is Wendy Pinnell. I am a local real estate broker here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And like I said, today we're gonna talk about the pros of new construction, okay? We're gonna throw in a few pros to older homes as well. And tell you what, the reason we are talking about this is you can definitely get both here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Now, you may not always find it exactly where you want it, right? Because new construction isn't everywhere in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but there's still plenty of areas that have it. Anyway, let's jump in because I've got 5 pros for you on why you might want to go with new construction. You know what? I think some of them are going to surprise you, okay? If you're leaning towards new construction, the first pro you'll want to consider is pro number 1, new construction homes are more energy efficient than older homes, okay? So we're talking about lower utility bills, but that's not all we're talking about, okay? Because here in Texas, the heat is brutal. And a lot of these older homes, you can run them constantly and they still won't cool below like 80, okay? So, you know, those newer homes, yes, lower utility bills, but also just being happy that they cool it all, okay? Because it's not necessarily, you know, a given in Texas heat. Okay, so what are you gonna see? We're gonna see better HVAC systems, right? But you're also talking about things like radiant barrier in the attic, okay? Low emission windows, doors that seal better, okay? Older homes, a lot of times you see a lot of, you know, just hot air coming in through those windows and those doors, right? In new construction, not gonna see that. All right, moving on to pro number 2. New construction homes are going to have more modern amenities and features that you may want or need in a home, right? Your home comes with it. You don't have to pay extra for it. We're talking about things like wired for surround sound, sprinkler system, smart home features, okay? Also going with that, as the home is being built, a lot of times you can customize it for things that you want, right? And I'm gonna get that with older homes, okay? All right, pro number 3, are you ready? New construction homes also come with a builder's warranty, okay? Gives you a lot of peace of mind knowing any issues that could arise are gonna be covered, right? You know, so not gonna get that with an older home either, right? You know, so let's talk about that, builder's warranties. What does that mean? What does it cover, right? Well, I can tell you right now, it's gonna cover just kind of a variety of structural work and system elements, and it's gonna be like for specific time frames, okay? So for example, usually very typical of what you'll get with new construction here in the Dallas area is you'll get like 1 year of coverage on all workmanship and like exterior materials. So, you know, we're talking like siding, stucco, doors, trim, drywall, that sort of thing, okay? That's like a 1 year warranty. You'll get 2 years of coverage on things like windows, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, oh goodness, plumbing, electrical systems, okay? So you're gonna get a 2-year warranty on that. Okay, so that's 1, and then 2, and now 10 years, okay? So 10 years is the standard of coverage in Texas for like major structural problems, okay? Like the foundation goes bad or you've got a major drainage area, you know, problem, that sort of thing. So anyway, it's definitely a huge pro, and that is pro number 3. Let's talk about pro number 4. Okay, location-wise, new construction homes are often located in master planned communities, okay? Why am I saying that's a pro? Oh goodness, you get amenities like pools, playgrounds, paved walking trails. And if you buy in the right place where there's a lot of other master plan communities, those walking trails will have connectivity. Just getting out there and walking around, physical fitness, right? You know, actually in the Dallas area, there are new construction communities that actually have their own beaches, okay? Prosper, Texas has that, or private lakes, okay? You'll see that in Arlington in the Viridian subdivision, and in fact, Midlothian has a massive subdivision coming in that is going to have beachfront access to a lake. Now, are you gonna find that in older subdivisions? Not so much, right? In those older subdivisions, you're gonna find more like a traditional neighborhood, street, yard, you know, and that's kind of it. So definitely that is pro number 4. Let's move on to pro number 5, okay? Pro number 5 is that often new construction will come with new schools. Does that make sense? If the city's expanding with a huge new subdivision, it makes sense they're going to need new schools as well. You know, so what's the benefit there of a brand new school, right? Well, your kiddo can ride their bike to school, right? Brand new subdivision, shiny new school. Well, those new schools come, well, gosh, a lot of times they're going to come with those bells and whistles, right? Like you might see like the latest and greatest in technology. Okay, you might see like walls of windows where you got a lot of natural light. You'll hear of things like collaborative learning and flexible learning spaces, right? So it's definitely a pro number 5, that possibility of getting a new school for your kiddo, right? Now, I do have to put in a word for older homes. Okay, if you're leaning towards that option, they do have a few benefits, right? Older homes are often going to have a little more charm and character than those new construction homes. You know, they're going to tend to be located in established neighborhoods with more mature trees and landscaping. You know, picture like an older home with a wraparound porch, right? And those giant shade trees, and you can sit out on that porch. Older home, man, that's a pretty big perk, okay? They also, a lot of times, they're going to have features that you won't find in new construction homes. Believe it or not, fireplaces are one of those. In a lot of these new construction homes, fireplace is not included. You have to pay extra for it. You also find things like original hardwoods. Another thing you're very commonly going to see is like built-in cabinets, okay? And this is particularly common in like the 70s homes. Just lots of beautiful built-in hutches, cabinets, just beautiful. One thing though I do want you to think about as we're wrapping it up here is if you have your heart set on a particular city or community or school district, you may not have a choice, okay? Because in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, a lot of these cities are characterized by kind of like only one or the other. Like for example, if you're like, I've heard fantastic things about Frisco, it's gotta be Frisco schools, pretty much you're only gonna have newer homes to pick from, okay? They don't really have those older homes with those established trees, right? So if Frisco, it's got to be, you're only gonna get newer homes, right? On the other hand, right, you've got cities like Arlington, Plano, Capel, Grapevine. Okay, all of these cities have very little new construction, okay? Now, lest you get concerned about that, older homes do not correlate with low school ratings, okay? For example, Capel has mostly sort of oldish homes, but they have outstanding, excellent schools, right? So if you have your heart set on a specific community, just keep in mind, you may have to settle for like an older home or a newer home, even if you have like a preference. And the great thing is about working with us is we know these areas. We can tell you right off the bat, if you say new construction, we can list off what you can get in new construction. We know the communities, we know the cities, okay? If you want older, more established, we can also guide you in that direction at all. We know where you're gonna find those. All right, so there you have it. We gave you some pros, and more pros to new construction. Tried to be fair and giving you a couple pros to older homes as well. And really, ultimately, in the end, it's really like what's the best fit for you and your family, right? And it's not just about the home itself, it's also about the community that it's in, right? Because again, your community that you've got your heart set on, it may only have older homes or it may only have newer homes, right? So that's just a consideration there as well. Anyway, was this information helpful? I sure hope it was. You know, if it was, the next best thing you can do is hop on over to my channel, check out a few more videos. But before you do that, head on down to my description section here of this video because you're gonna find all kinds of goodies there. You're gonna find our Let's Find Home questionnaire. Okay, so if you know you're moving soon and it's time to get started, fill out that Let's Find Home questionnaire. You know, some other things you're gonna find there, you're gonna find a link to our website. And let me tell you, our website is the one-stop shop for everything you're gonna need to know, all contained in one site, okay? We're talking, you know, packing lists, moving guides. How much does it cost to buy a home? That's in there, okay? Utility concierge, new construction guides. And if all the videos and all the information on the website was not enough, we've got a link to our blog there where you are just gonna find so many blog posts on numerous communities here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So information, all the information you need in one stop, right? All right, well listen, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, for joining me today, and have a great day.